Hello my dear aspirants, a very warm welcome to you all. I hope every one of you are doing great and preparing well for upcoming MPSC LDA examination. I'm your mentor Shubhankar Nongshet, and today I've brought another session for you guys where I'm going to show you how you can solve number system question just by knowing one small concept. I'm not talking about the entire chapter of number system, but there's a small portion of number system which has been asked predominantly so many times in your MPSC LDA examination, where just one concept can help you solve any type of questions within a minute or two. So let's understand what are such questions and what is that particular concept that I'm talking about. So stay till the end. I'll take hardly 10 minutes of yours to make you understand this particular concept, so that even if this time in your MPSC LDA, if this particular question comes up, you'll be able to solve with this particular basic trick. So as we know, our exam is on the 22nd of August. We have hardly 20 days in our hand, so we need to utilize this to the fullest, and based on our PYQ baseline, we have to study our topics in that manner. So let's start. So generally I'm talking about questions like this one. Let me show you the first question like this. See, this was the question which came in the last year LD examination. Now how to solve this question and what are the concepts involved in this question, we'll understand that, and once I solve this, I will guarantee you that this is another question which was asked in LD examination. This also you can solve it easily. Okay, so let's start. So mainly in order to understand this particular concept of questions, okay, what we need is you need to understand what are prime numbers first. So let me explain what is a prime number. Mainly in school days we have learned that prime numbers are numbers which has only two factors, okay, which has only two factors. Now what are factors? Let's understand that. Mainly if I write a number like 6, okay, and if I ask you what are the numbers which can divide 6, you would say 1 can divide 6, 1 6 is 6, 2 can divide 6 because 2 3s are 6, 3 can divide 6 because 3 2s are 6, and also 6 itself can divide 6 because 6 1s is 6. So these are the numbers which can divide 6, and in mathematics we call them factors. These are your factors. So factors are nothing but these are just the numbers which can divide a particular number that we are talking about. Now as they have mentioned, in prime numbers you'll have only two factors. Out here this is not a prime number. Why? Because I see more than two factors. I can see four factors out here. So two factors numbers are such that 2. Like for example, let me take 2. If I ask you what are the numbers which can divide 2, what are you going to say? You would say 1 and 2 are the only numbers which can divide 2. So 2 is a prime number, you can say. Similarly, if I say 3, tell me what are the numbers which can divide 3? You would say 1 and 3. Is there any other number? No. That means this is also a prime number. If I ask you 11, tell me what are the numbers which can divide 11? You would say 1 and 11. Is there any other number which can divide 11 now? No. So end of the day, what you notice is you always notice that a number which is divisible by 1 and itself can be known as a prime number. And I'm sure that in school days you must have heard this particular definition of prime numbers. So what did we say? We said that prime numbers are numbers which are divisible by 1 and itself. Now in such case, what happens is, in order to get prime numbers, what you need to do is you need to understand how to get the prime numbers. So generally, is there any trick to get prime numbers? So the answer is no, my friend. There isn't any such tricks to get prime number. What you need to do is you need to write down prime numbers as much as you can, so that you get an idea that okay, this is not a prime number. And also learning multiplication tables helps a lot, that you'll understand that what number is prime or not. Suppose I write down 91. Now many of the students, I can assure that they'll comment down below that 91 is a prime number, but actually 91 is not a prime number. Why? Because 91 is a factor of 13, 1, 7 and 19. Okay, now how do I know this? Because I have learned multiplication table. I know that 13 into 7, if I do it, I'll be getting 91. 13 sevens is 91. That is why it is quite important for us that okay, 19 is not that, 91 is, should be 91. So it is very important that if you've learned multiplication table, then it's very convenient for us to understand what is a prime number. So in simple terms, what do we say? We say that a number which is divisible by only two numbers or two factors, such numbers are known as a prime number. Now based on this, they have asked this particular question, that how many prime numbers are there between 20 and 40. So what I want you to do is you should write down in your home prime numbers starting from 1 till 100. Okay, and also remember one thing, that 1 is not a prime number nor a composite number. 1 is neither prime nor composite. Okay, 1 is a God number. So prime number starts from 2. And also remember one more thing, that 2 is the only even prime number, because the other prime numbers you'll see are always odd numbers. So 2 is the only even prime number, and it is the smallest number as well. Smallest prime number as well. Keep this in mind, because in examination they ask you concept based question based on this particular concept. Now let's write down the prime numbers which are between 20 and 40 together. Okay, so they have given us a range 20 and 40. So between 20 and 40, what are the prime numbers? You have to think of it. Like, see, 21 is not a prime number because 21 is divisible by 3 and 7. 22 cannot be because 22 is divisible by 11 and 2. 23, yes, 23 is a prime number. You know, you have to look at it like that. 24, no. 25, no. 26, no. 27, no. 28, no. 29, yes. 29 is also a prime number. Then we have 31. Then we have 37. Anything else? No. 39, no. 39 is not a prime number. 39 has a factor of what? 1, 3, 13 and 39. So this is not a prime number. The prime numbers, the numbers which are not prime are known as your composite number. Okay, always remember. The numbers which are not prime are known as your composite numbers. So that means I can see that between 20 and 40, I'll be able to see only 4 prime numbers out here. And that way, my answer would be option number B, that is 4. I hope it's clear. Now let's use this particular small concept that we have learned in this complicated question. Yes, it is a difficult question, but see how we are going to solve within a second. Okay, let's see. What's given out here? See carefully. They have given that there are 2 numbers P and K, and both P and K are prime numbers. We know what's a prime number. So they are asking that P and K, both of the alphabet should be prime numbers, such that they have given an equation to us, P square plus K. If I do it, that will also give me a prime number as the answer. And that prime number should be less than 30. Less than 30. So what is the number of possible values of K? So the question might seem very difficult, but it's very simple. You'll understand this once I solve the question for you. Let's do it. Firstly, what I'm going to do is, on such questions, you always write down the prime numbers which they have mentioned, and that is what? Less than 30. So I'll write down all the prime numbers which are less than 30. So we'll start with 2, then we'll go 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23 and 29. Right? Less than 30 means these are the prime numbers that I'll be seeing. Now these prime numbers are to be utilized to put in this particular equation P square plus K. So the examiner has given us the equation of P square plus K. Now what I'll do is, I need to take individual values of P and K so that I can check what are the numbers that we can get. So first let's see what are the values of P which I can utilize from these particular numbers. So let's think about P. What can be P? So can you say, can I take 2 out here? If I place 2 instead of P, this thing becomes 2 square, which is 4. So I can write 4, because if I add any number with 4, it can be less than 30. Suppose I add 4 and 3. So 4 plus 3 becomes 7. It is less than 30, and that 7 is a prime number as well. So I can take that, right? So P can be 2. Similarly, can P be 3? You can say yes, because if I put 3 here, 3 square becomes 9. So 9 plus something can also give me answer less than 30. Similarly, if I put 5 out here, 5 square would be 25. And 25, if I add some number, that might also give me numbers less than 30. But can I put 7? You would say no. Why? Because 7 square becomes 49, which is already bigger than the range that they have given. So I cannot take 7 out here. So what are the numbers that we can take? We can take only 3 numbers out here. That is what? That is 2, then 3, and then 5. So P's values are fixed. There isn't any other value which you can place instead of P. Now as I've got P, I'll just put this in here, and then I'll get K's individual value, because I want to find what? I want to find that how many values can there be possible for K. Okay. So starting with P equal to 2. When I put P equal to 2, what will happen to this equation? we'll get 2 square, which will be 4, and then plus k. Now what we'll do is we'll start putting k's value one by one. Okay, k's value one by one, and also they have mentioned that k should also be a prime number. So we can take all these numbers and put it out here and check what are the things that we are getting. If I put k equal to 2, what will happen? 2 comes here, 4 plus 2 becomes 6. I'm getting 6. But 6, is it prime number? No, they have mentioned that p square plus k is also a prime number. So I cannot take 2 because when I put 2, I'm getting a 6, which is not a prime number. That means 2 cannot be taken out here. Okay, 3. Next is 3. Let's put 3. 3 plus 4 is 7. Yes, 7 is a prime number. That means I can take 3. No doubt in that. Similarly, if I put 5 out here, 5 plus 4 is 9, and 9 is not a prime number. So I cannot take 5. Similarly, if I take 7, 7 plus 4 is 11, and 11 is a prime number, my friend. Yes, it is a prime number. That means I can take 7. Similarly, if I put 11, 11 plus 4 is going to be 15. Is it a prime number? No. That means I cannot take 11. Similarly, if I put 13 out here, 13 plus 4 is 17. Is 17 a prime number, my friend? You would say, yes, it is a prime number. So I can take 13. And then if I put 17, 17 plus 4 would be 21. No use, I will not write. Okay, I'll just write the number which you can put. If I put 19, 19 plus 4 is 23. 23 is a prime number? Yes, it's prime number, write 23. And 23 plus 4 is 27. It is not a prime number. 29 plus 4 is 33, which is more than the range that they have given. So my answer is what? I've got this many pairs only from 2. From 2, how many pairs did we get? We get 1, 2, 3, and 4. We have got 4 pairs. Similarly, let's check when p equal to 3. Okay, let's check for p equal to 3. So when I put p equal to 3, what the equation happens? The equation becomes what? 3 square is 9 and then 9 plus k. So let's add the numbers directly and try to calculate everything in our mind. Okay, if I put 2, 2 plus 9 is 11. 11 is a prime number. Yes, that means I can take 2. 3 plus 9 is 12, not a prime number. 5 plus 9, 14, not a prime number. 7 plus 9 is 16, not a prime number. 11 plus 9, 20, not a prime number. 13 plus 9, 22, not a prime number. 17 plus 9, 26, not a prime number. 19 plus 9, 28, not a prime number. 23 plus 9 is 32, more than the range. That means only one pair I can see in this case. That is your 2. That is your 2. And last, we just need to check for p equal to 5 and we can easily get the answer. Let's check. When I put p equal to 5, 5 square becomes 25. And in 25, I just have to put a plus k. So what can be k? So if I put k equal to 2, 2 plus 25 is 27. Now, 3 plus 25 is 28. No. 5 plus 25 is 30, which is again more than the range. So here we don't see any other pair. That means out here, how many pairs can we see, my friend? We can see 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So there would be 5 possible values of k, which I can see in this particular arrangement. So did you see from what concept we are solving such questions? Obviously now see, I'm explaining you, that's why it's taking time. But in exam, this thing can be done in your brain, right? You can do it quickly, fast calculation. Okay. Now the same concept can be utilized to solve this particular question. Out here, once it's given, I'll just explain, I'll give few steps and then you'll solve and you'll tell me the answer. Okay. 3 prime numbers p, q, r are there. So there are 3 prime numbers now, p, q, and r. Each less than 20 and each of the prime numbers are less than 20. Easy. So I'll write down prime numbers which are less than 20. What are those? 2, 3, then we have 5, 7, 11, 13, and 17. And then 19 as well. These are the prime numbers that I see. These are the prime numbers which is less than 20 they have mentioned. Okay, now what to do? Now they have given us an equation also that whatever p, q, r you take, this p, q, r should satisfy this particular equation which is given out here. They have given us what? They have given us that p minus q equal to q minus of r. So if I cross them, r comes here, this becomes p plus r, and this negative q goes there. So q plus q is becomes 2q. So that means I have got this particular equation. So this equation should be satisfied. Whatever value we take, this equation should be satisfied. Okay. Then in such case, how many distinct possible values can we get from p plus q plus r? That means at the end, what I'll do is I'll add p plus q plus r and I'll get some answer. Okay. Let me show you one pair. One pair is as such that if I write here p Q and R. What can be those pair? You would say, I can take 3, 5 and 7. Okay, see, if I take 3 out here, if I take 5 out here, I can take 7 out here. So let's understand, let's put this particular values in this condition and check if it's satisfied or not. Okay, the first condition is what? That you have to add P and R. Let's add P and R. 3 plus 7 is how much? You're getting 10. That means this side has become 10. Yes. Let's check if it is equal to 2Q or not. 2Q means 2 into 5. 2 into 5 is again 10. See, 10 equal to 10. That means these numbers are satisfying this particular equation. That means this is one possible value. This is number 1. So here if I write P plus Q plus R, how much am I getting? P plus Q plus R, 3 plus 5, 8, 8 plus 7 is 15. So this is one answer that I've got. Similarly like that, you have to check for other pairs also, and then you do the pairing, and in that way you need to see how many distinct values you're getting in such way, and in that way you have to tick the answer option here. Okay, so I've shown you one. Try to do the other pairs and comment down below the answer for this particular question. So that's it, my friend. There are other questions also, but if you want, you can join our paid batches where we are teaching each concept in a very unique manner. So the batch is this one, MPSC LDA crash course. Today the class has already started, so you're not late yet. You can still join the batch and get closer to your dream government job. In 20 days, you will never have clue that what are the things that we are going to do it. Yes, so join in now in our MPSC LDA crash course batch. MCQ batch, mainly we are focusing on MCQ. We are learning all the concepts through MCQ. And if you don't want to join batch, then no worries. Don't join this batch. You can join this. You can at least get yourself a test prep. This is a mock test, which if you use it, you'll get new pattern idea, new pattern questions. What are the type of questions which are coming in your examination? Then you'll get an idea of it. So you can get at least this one for yourself. And the price is also quite less. But if you want more discount, you can utilize my code, that is YT81, for maximum discount in this particular course. Okay, go join. You'll get 600 plus exams. MPSC LDA is there, but with MPSC LDA you'll get other exam question paper as well, previous year, along with your expected question paper. So go join this particular test prep and start practicing right away, because full length mock will give you an idea on the areas where you are very strong and then the areas where you are very weak. So go join now, and you can join our batch also. So for more details, you can contact to this given contact number, contact and join in now. All the best and see you all. Thank you so much. See you all in the next session. Bye bye.